Don't look back is the message of this plant oracle. And I've already gone ahead and thrown the plants and the runes, and this reading is indicative of a karmic relationship. It has a lot of different features, really has features of everything in it. So this has already been pre-thrown. So we're going to go through it, but we're going to start with a stack. And just to give you the lowdown, there appears to be a choice, which I've been talking about. This is oracle existed before my lunar eclipse readings that some of you have seen. And the direction has to do with the choice it presents. So there's a crossroads, the lovers is significant, and there's an opportunity to move to calmer waters on one end. And this is almost going to be like trusting spirit. It almost appears at the end of our oracle, whether there's going to be a download or a spirit will present related to this particular choice. Whereas the other choice takes the viewer into the shadows, which is really common. There's no right or wrong choice, but for Mercury retrograde, this is very common. And whether something needs cut, like it feels foreign to not sacrifice yourself. And this requires taking a deeper look at the essence of a relationship with a masculine energy that is very favored. And in the midst of all this, it seems like someone's ready for love, that it's their dream to be known, for someone to really see them. And there's angelic help with a new beginning. And a goodbye seems to be necessary. And it's related, I believe, to this energy, which we're going to talk about as Knight of Wands. Can be in and out, a very passionate energy, but very independent, standing on their own. So 222 may be significant. Let's start off by talking about this direction. This direction, well, let's see what we get first, then I'm going to show you all the cards. Yeah, so there may be some type of commitment that is necessary. The Hierophant, Taurus energy, student, teacher in one. We've talked about this week. I know it. Higher love, higher learning. I'm going to show you the cards that are associated. So we have a King of Cups. This was reflected in my reading this morning, part 2 of the Blood Moon lunar eclipse. A King of Cups is significant. Someone highly emotionally intelligent. They may have a wish. Nine of Cups type of energy. This choice or this path is a wish fulfillment related to a King of Cups, or this is the King of Cups. There have been a lot of options. A lot of options, whether this King of Cups was treated as an option or there's been a lot of illusions, but this person is picking out a star. So choosing a cup, there seems to be a choosing of a cup. Whoever this energy is, this choice, they're part of your soul family. So it gives you all the choices here: romantic, platonic, karmic. They're an earthbound companion you chose to come here with. There maybe is a contract, soul family, contracts related. Commitment is significant. And pulled a couple other cards related to this energy. This direction is going to require a death. All last week we were talking about resurrection. It's going to require an ending. 13 energy Scorpio, in order for there to be a new beginning. And we have full energy. Someone's almost on a tightrope. I'm hearing in, not in thin air. That may be significant, but in midair. Is that Paul Buchanan? A fall may be significant. The fall may be significant. So this direction seems to involve a King of Cups. Is significant. So let's move on to the next part of this reading, which discusses this karma. And what's so interesting about this oracle is that it seems like this karma is coming up from below the surface. So whether it was good, and wherever we are right now, it's like this karma is present. It's coming out from the depths. And this morning I was talking about Taxman. Perhaps this is, depending on, again, which side of the wheel you're on, this karma it depends on what you've sown. What have you sown? And a feminine is significant. There's some type of passionate thread. And this karma is coming up. And there could be like lower back, maybe significant. And there's an energy of whether you're retrieving something from the past that is important to you. It's an interesting, and it goes along with this idea that Orpheus, retrieving something of importance to you, there's a need to not look back. So if your trip involves a trip to the underworld, there's a need to not look back. So tell me about this karma. We have the devil energy. Capricorn may be significant. There's a cleaning of house. So all the dust, all the dirt, anything that was maybe swept under the rug seems to be coming out now. So I'm just seeing, again, I'm not a doctor and don't tend to be, but something about mid, lower back may be significant. Something's being titled here. Tell me more about this karma, this, whether it's literally trip to the underworld, Hades, Capricorn, sweeping things. Maybe this is someone who swept things under the rug. A title may be significant. This has to do with reciprocity. And in the traditional tarot, there are people who are giving, appears to be a masculine energy, giving out money to two people, begging. And we talked about this last week, this idea of someone begging for reciprocity. So this is karma related to someone having to beg for reciprocity or beg for pentacles. There's a cleaning of house, something being titled or something entitled, I'm hearing. There's a message about this. Let's carry on. Tell me a little bit more about this. I was talking about the karma, but there's a feminine directly tied. Tell me about this feminine energy. Overall, there's a need of balancing dark and light masculine energies for this feminine energy that is tied to this karma. Again, look, there's rapid incoming messages, whether these are messages of love, email, text, something rapid is incoming. I even had that yesterday. Any a passionate message. Today's energy vibe is pleasure and passion. There's some type of passionate message coming through today. Someone may be, whether they're eating their words or eating their thoughts or something, someone's trying to hide something. This is directly related to this karma, Capricorn cleaning house, something being titled reciprocity or lack of reciprocity or begging for money. Something has been hidden words, hidden thoughts. Someone's eating all the swords. And I'm saying literally hidden in the body, but then also the moon, this eclipse, very significant. Something that was done in the shadows is being illuminated. It's being illuminated. There's a message about this. And, you know, all this may be knowing something at the gut level. This feminine has an interesting relationship to karma. Knowing karma at a gut level. 954 just seemed to stick out to me. Tell me a little bit more, like what's right in front of the feminine. And the masculine and feminine are in close proximity in the underworld. So doing some shadow work. There's an opportunity for this feminine to take a leap of faith, which is supported by angelic help. It's almost like that would loop them back in time where they're ready for love. But there's been something like this idea of the importance of knowing wanting someone to know who I am. But there's a need to not sacrifice who you are in order to be chosen. If that makes sense. Whether it does or not, let that sit for a little bit. You have the Magician in the bottom of the, keeps coming up a lot today. There's an opportunity to bypass this interaction, which I believe there's something hidden with a masculine, and start a new cycle over with angelic help that will ready you for love, allow you to know yourself, and almost get you back on board with cutting out what no longer is necessary, this idea of sacrificing yourself. So if you dip underneath into the shadow world, make sure you have everything you need to come back. There's an opportunity to loop out of it very quickly without getting pulled under again. I'm hearing undertow. Tell me about so much coming so fast. I'm trying to catch it. Tell me about the feminine seems to have two options. A new beginning, angelically led, preparing you for love, for knowing who you are without having to sacrifice yourself. This may require cutting out this idea of sacrificing yourself. Like, that's going to be foreign now, and moving on, using emotional intelligence to something bigger and greater. Tell me about something that is on the mind. This could be, this has to do with the masculine. This new beginning for the feminine will require a goodbye, and I believe it's to a masculine energy. Masculine has something on their mind. They have this. It's 10 of cups on their mind, emotional happiness. This is family, love. 10 cups, completion here. But there is a walking away that's necessary, walking toward a purpose. Something unexpected here. This number keeps coming up, and this card all over my readings. It started the other day with this card, and it keeps popping up. Whether this is an unexpected visit from spirit or something unexpected, something you don't see coming. There may be a need to walk away from something you don't see coming, and this may be related to King of Swords energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Hearing a stitch in time. Something sewn into the very fabric. This could be something very difficult. It's sewn into the fabric of your being. This may be a commitment that has really deep roots. Tell me more. Oh my goodness. Where am I? Let's talk about this masculine. It might not be foreign for them to sacrifice themselves. Like, they may be protecting themselves. They're protecting some type of treasure under this umbrella of sacrificing the self, sacrificing the needs. But it's under the guise of protection. This masculine may be fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius may be significant. And there's something related to this masculine energy that's underneath this umbrella. I mean, something under the table is significant. This could be related to taxes. Something under the table, there's some type of strategy game. I keep getting the tax man today, so that's totally possible. Aquarius, not Aquarius, I keep saying Aquarius. I want to say Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but Leo, Sagittarius, Aries may be significant, but there's something about a family legacy here that is significant. There's a need to take some type of action. Something's being reflected. This reminds me of the card of Virgo, Hermit, Virgo, need for reflection. I know 13 is Scorpio, but a Virgo may be significant. Family, Virgo. The next one. they're riding waves up and down of this, what's being reflected, this family. And then we have a Taurus here. We have a Queen of Pentacles who has graced my readings the last few days, especially today. I keep seeing the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, a motherly, nurturing energy. Earth sign may be significant. There's a need to take action, perhaps related to this Queen of Pentacles. There may be an offer that is significant. Someone feels pressured to present something, presenting an offer. There's been a lot of reflection, a lot of solitude, riding waves up and down about this feminine energy. Taurus may be significant. There's a need to take action. The masculine favors something greatly. Or something favored stands right in front of the masculine. Tell me more about this. It's favored but unfulfilling. There may be an affinity here. Tell me more. There's this energy. We have Knight of Wands. I'll show you in a minute. Just coming in and out. Very passionate. Tell me more about this affinity or this favoring. It's all under like Golem energy, my precious. Trying to protect something. This is sort of popping out. A partnership, protecting a partnership. Let's go with it. Anything else here? Yeah, wanting to move to calmer waters. There's an option here. But there's so much Ace of Pentacles going on beneath the surface that it's like in an umbrella. There is this masculine energy that could be awakening to something they favor. And this could be unexpected. Maybe they've walked away. It's unexpected clarity, analysis related to emotional fulfillment. There may be a need for a strategic approach that requires reflection related to a Queen of Pentacles. There's some type of action that's needed. So let's get back to talking about this, something favored here. There's this energy of the Knight of Wands, passionate energy, a passionate message. Knights often go on quests, seeking things. This is a passionate knight. They may be passionate about, being alone. There's a one-ring circus here. This energy, this opportunity for the feminine, right in front of the feminine, is related to this energy where there's something is just under the table. And this person may operate as a one-ring circus. We have Scorpio energy here. There is a rebirth. 13 may be significant. A death, a rebirth. Clandestine. Something's hidden again. Hidden. But it's extremely alluring. It brings a lot of happiness. It's extremely favored. This could be a partnership. And moving on to calmer waters. It's almost like two different timelines, or actually three. But I feel like one loops back to this choice. One just keeps looping back to the same choice. Do I move on with emotional intelligence, or do I keep diving down into the shadows with something that's favored? Oh my goodness, what a choice. So let's talk about spirit. There's so many. Work, 10 of Wands, show me clearer. Burden with work, pounding something out that may be significant. 21. All right. We have strength, and again, King of Cups. Something's going to bottom of the deck. Hope, healing. Let's break this down. So Something's going to require a lot of strength. We have a Knight of Swords, significant Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a breakthrough of truth, breaking through truth, some type of truth. Spirit is highlighting there's a need to look up, seeking up, looking up, moving up. One of the paths is up, one of the paths is down. Moving beyond competition. This is before the Six of Wands. There's just like a battle. It's sparring, but it's this. There's conflict and battle, some type of competition with something hidden. There's a hidden competition. Something like this comes up every once in a while. I guess people have hidden competitions with people. I mean, who's got time for that? But maybe people, they're in the shadows watching. This feels more external because we have this energy here. There's hidden competition. It's goblin type energy. But there's an opportunity. I mean, all paths lead to spirit. There's no right or wrong way. There's an opportunity to, even amidst a dark cloud, to drop anchor, to move on to calmer waters with something passionate. Ring of fire again. It's bringing us back to the last eclipse. Something like you've made it through one eclipse, now you're going through the next eclipse. And once you've made it through this, there's some type of stability. You may be keeping something close to your chest. King of Cups is significant. An emotionally intelligent masculine. Very deep, deep waters. Drawn to the ship. Lenormand. Something crowned here. A journey. An invitation. It will require some strength. Courage. And drawn to the Lamb here. Leo may be significant. Goodness, this is the longest reading ever. There's hope. I did quite a few layers in this just to get you caught up. So there's hope, healing, wishing upon a star. Pouring is like the life force from the stars into the earth. And then there's something reciprocal I'm feeling. So what I have for you. Please remember to subscribe. Please like, comment, let me know if this resonates, and share this with someone that you believe could benefit. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye now.